you're going to get a little scandal. I think people are going to talk about you. I can see someone like Dorothy Dandridge in Carmen singing "L'amour est un oiseau rebelle." Love is a rebellious bird, wearing this. So in that sense, it can be scandalous. I'm starting to feel the scandal here. If you're beautiful Dorothy Dandridge and you just get there in front of all those army guys with your red deep cut dress and you're wearing scandal, because it's so fresh, so effervescent, and so beautiful at the same time, and so sensual, yes, you're going to get a little scandal. I think people are going to talk about you. So what hits you. Oh my God. You're dealing with high quality here, right off the bat. Very sparkly, I agree. I hear a lot about sparkly, sparkly, sparkly. I am totally smelling light, hairy, and sparkliness with Elixir. So let's see what we get with 51. And I need to put this one closer to my heart because I have even more expectations. Oh wow. Just from the onset, you know you have something special here. This one begins a big old dance of everything in it. It's like, I think I heard it being described as Maria, you know, singing "I feel dizzy, I feel sunny, I feel fizzy and fine and so pretty." I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to you. My name is 𝐷𝐐𝐴. This is the channel where we talk about fragrances and arts. Today, I have decided to actually have a first impression of my last Roja haul. And last month was the month of my birthday, and needless to say, in honor of that, I've had a lot of new additions that I cannot wait to share with you. So I'll be having first impression of things that have been added to my collection. So I have 3 Rojas, and I am just so excited to just do a first impression and tell you what I think about them. So the first one is Scandal, and I'm going to spare you the opening of the paper wrapper because it's so noisy, and I'll come right back after I open it to tell you about what I think. So we have Roja Scandal, and it's, in a way, it's a blind buy, but I've done so much research and look into all the top Rojas, and the ones that I had in my list were really the top. So I am expecting for this to be good. I'm expecting for it to be good. I know the notes of everything I've bought by heart, and I know the high quality of the Roja's house. I'm expecting is that Roja Dove magic, you know, of just marrying traditional old world with just pizzazz and sparkliness and just craftsmanship and beauty. So now this is Scandal. Oh my goodness. There it is. The presentation is impeccable. This is like a silky type of resting bed here. And this fragrance is supposed to is an animalic tuberose fragrance. So we know about tuberose, it's meant to be just extreme sexiness, extreme femininity, very raw sensuality. So as a lot of the Roja Dove's fragrances, this one also, based on the notes that I've studied almost by heart, opens with bergamot. So I am expecting something very fresh in the opening. And then the middle is the tuberose that's being put in all its grandeur. And that is supported by, of course, jasmine de grasse from Grasse in France, gardenia, orange blossom, and there is rose in it also, and freesia and lily of the valley. So I'm expecting the middle is going to be this all intoxicating tuberose, this deeply narcotic tuberose, as tuberose is known to be, this skin-like feminine woman raw sensuality. And the base is sandalwood, orris, which is powdery, and musk. So those type of bases are supposed to give some form of light and effervescent powdery feel, vintagey feeling to the fragrance too. And if it's a very high quality fragrance, it's supposed to just be beautiful. So these are all my expectations. It's the very first time that I am doing a first impression. And let's see. Yeah, that's definitely fresh and tuberose. That hits you right there. I have tuberose fragrances like Narcotic V Venice, and so I definitely recognize the tuberose, and it's definitely very fresh and bright. It's very creamy, very creamy. So definitely those florals and the orange blossom and the freesia are just very, very creamy opening. I've been like heavy on tuberose, but this tuberose clearly is made very beautiful. This is the type of fragrance that I would not mind wearing at any day, clearly for like a beautiful occasion, but every day is a beautiful occasion. So I've had a tuberose fragrance where the very beginning felt a little bit too sweet and too, that was the case for Narcotic V. It was too sweet perhaps and just a little bit too naive in the beginning. This one, with the opening of the bergamot and then the tuberose being supported by those orange blossom and gardenia and rose de mai and the freesia and lily of the valley, that makes for a very creamy and beautiful and sensual tuberose right off the bat. I think this is going to be my favorite tuberose perfume. I don't have that many, and I think I did right by taking the plunge and trusting that Roja Dove was going to deliver a very sensual, light and creamy tuberose. The note from the house, I think, says that, you know, being scandal, tuberose is always associated somehow with scandal. So I don't know how much of a scandal it's going to make. I suppose depending on your outfit, if you wear something that's equally scandalous, you know, sort of a very something that's really bright and yellow and deep cut, maybe it could be scandalous, but right now I just smell a quiet sensuality and the freshness. So I think maybe by the time it gets to the base with the sandalwood and the moss, that's going to lend it perhaps something more mysterious. But right now I'm smelling very bright, sensual, happy tuberose. And I can see someone like Dorothy Dandridge in Carmen singing "L'amour est un oiseau rebelle." Love is a rebellious bird, wearing this. So in that sense, it can be scandalous. I'm starting to feel the scandal here. If you're a beautiful Dorothy Dandridge and you just get there in front of all those army guys with your red deep cut dress and you're wearing scandal, because it's so fresh, so effervescent, and so beautiful at the same time, and so sensual, yes, you're going to get a little scandal. I think people are going to talk about you. Totally happy about it. I am back, guys, and Scandal is doing its thing. Scandal is doing its thing. It looks like it has only just begun. The second one is Elixir pour femmes, Elixir for women. So again, I'm going to spare you the unwrapping, and I'm going to unwrap it, and then I'll come and tell you and open it in front of you. Again, let's open it. Same presentation. There we go. This beautiful golden box resting on silk, white silk, and that's Elixir. And wow, the bottle in this one, the cap is even more beautiful. It has all these crystals. Elixir is supposed to be a sweet, fruity, and warm fragrance. And again, the top note is bergamot. It seems to me it's a little magic that Roja Dove has found to do in a lot of the women's perfume. He's studying them with bergamot. And then in this one, it has 7 different flowers in the middle. So the flower that is, before in the Scandal you had tuberose, that was really the main kind of flower. This one is the rose. So it's a rose fragrance, and I am expecting a rose that's quite sensational, that's playing really well with those other flowers, and the raspberry and the peach, which is, as we know, the sensual, skin-like, sexy note. Peach always give you this creamy, dreamy feel to a composition. So I just cannot wait to see how it is composed in the mind or the artistic expression of Roja Dove. And we're spraying that. Oh gosh, I wish I could make a ring out of this. I'm not kidding. Oh my goodness, this one hits you. Oh my God. You're dealing with high quality here, right off the bat. If you're going to have a fresh fruity floral fragrance, that is impeccably high quality. This, I think, definitely conveys that. And it's very sparkly. I agree. I hear a lot about sparkly, sparkly, sparkly. I am totally smelling light, hairy, and sparkliness with Elixir. It's supposed to be powdery with the violet. That is not hitting me yet right now. It's very hard to say that it's a rose fragrance. Whatever, if it's a rose fragrance, everything else is making it very, you just cannot tell specifically what notes you have here. It's all blended very beautifully. I am smelling a lot of the heliotrope, which is the cherry. I am definitely smelling the tartness of the cherry. Yeah, it's just, I have nothing to say about it so far that, you know, would be a regret. You know, it's just very beautiful. Love, love, love Elixir. So I'm back and I have Roja 51. Seriously, I've heard so many great reviews for 51 that this is the one where I have my highest expectation of the three. And so far, I am just really loving them. What I have so far, I've just talked about Scandal and Elixir. So they're still developing on my skin. So this is why I'm going back to them. I like the fact that even if a perfume is expensive, it's still not carrying me. I just don't like, you know, although this is Scandal, but it's Scandal in a very artful way. And this one is undeniably feminine. It's just developing so beautifully. And it's just really enjoyable right now. So I just really like the fact that even if a perfume is expensive, doesn't mean that it is just an explosion that's just carrying me and just killing everyone around. So far, I mean, those fragrances have their moments. There is no question about it. But I like the fact that I can enjoy a fragrance that's pretty high-end and expensive, but that's subdued enough for me to wear during the day and to just enjoy the fragrance instead of just waiting for like super special occasion. So now we have 51. Let's see. There you go. 51. Same kind of presentation as Elixir. So we have that beautiful cap. That's so sparkly. And then we have Roja Parfum Elixir. It's supposed to be elegance in a bottle. It begins with bergamot. And then this one, the middle note has a lot going again. So it also has the lily of the valley, the rose de mai, the gardenia, orange blossom, jasmine de grasse. The difference with this one then is the base. The base is supposed to be very spicy. So the base is violet leaves, aniseed, cinnamon, clove, patchouli, cashmere wood, and sandalwood, benzoin, and vanilla. So what I'm expecting once we get, you know, with the orris, that's going to give it this powdery note. It's supposed to lend it some form of really kind of give it some classical vein or vibe. That's what they always tend to do. And the vanilla and the benzoin, I'm expecting to carry those flowers from the middle into a very velvety, smooth, and almost gourmand quality a bit to this fragrance, which is sort of an oriental and a foodie and warm fragrances. So all those fragrances I had in mind to wear with the season coming up, spring and even summer. So there are other Rojas, I think, like Amber Oud, that will be winter fragrances, but the ones that I have now are all sort of fruity, sweet, warm, and with some warmth because they are also oriental. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we get with 51. And I need to put this one closer to my heart because I have even more expectations. Oh, wow. Just from the onset, you know you have something special here. From the very onset, you just can see that. This fragrance has, the only place it can go is being more and more beautiful. From the onset, it's the spice in it is just, wow. The spice in it is just totally beautiful. It's like the perfect mixture of feminine and the spice. I mean, they all hit you at the same time. I'm not going to a journey here. Those are clearly the Scandal and the Elixir. The Elixir is changing now. The Scandal remain a flower fragrance. Now it's soapy and fresh and calm and very wearable, the Scandal. The Elixir is doing its thing, very bright and feminine. This one begins a big old dance of everything in it. It's like, I think I heard it being described as Maria, you know, singing, I feel dizzy, I feel sunny, I feel fizzy and fine and so pretty. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. This is a total win right here. Total win. Total win. I just really love 51. And I think that there wasn't, at least when 51 was in it, it wasn't number one. So, or number two or something, more like number one, all the ones that I've looked at. And I can see why. I'm getting a little bit of a vibe of Passion de l'Amour in 51. That was the same feel that I get. You know, a little bit woodsy, a little bit smoky. And to me, this is what a perfect fruity floral fragrance should be. The balance of spice in it is just so equal. It's so integrated. And it just makes for just extremely elegant and beautiful fragrance. So yeah, that's my big winner right here. That's 51. So I hope that you have enjoyed my first impression. And it's not, by now it's not first impression, it's like total wearability right now. So this is one tuberose I don't mind wearing because it's really wearable, it's soapy and light. And Elixir is just really bubbly right now. I can feel the bubbliness and freshness of it. And this king right here, or queen, is just #1. So I think the order that I presented them is my order of, you know, love, degree of love. So yes, I hope you enjoyed my review and my first impression in the Roja haul. And so pleased to have presented those fragrances because they are so feminine, and I just can see just women who are very confident, who are very playful, who are very to put together wearing those fragrances, and it all makes for just a very, very, very beautiful scent. So I'm really happy to share this with you, and I would very much appreciate if you stayed until now to subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, and like and comment. I just cannot wait to hear what you have to say about my haul, and if you have other Roja fragrances and how you think about them, and just what you think about those if you already have them. So I just took a chance with Roja and went with those flowers just because I felt like if I were going to go for flowers and fruits, I wanted to experience those from the hand of a master perfumers like Roja Dove, and he totally delivered and totally beautiful, totally beautiful. So until next time, bye.